28th.
Whenever you guys are ready.
Call the meeting Crawford County Commission to order February 28th, 2023. Begin the flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Had a chance to look at the previous meeting minutes. Is there any changes and or additions?
Mr. Chairman, I move we accept the minutes from the previous meeting.
I'll second it.
Aye. Moving on signing the motions.
First motion, 23-097, to approve the consent agenda. (23-098), executive session regarding road and bridge. (23-099), to approve the ARPA drawdown request for February. (23-100), to approve resolution number 2023-004. (23-101), to approve soliciting a new auditing firm. (23-102), to approve the contract for the opioid settlement agreement. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Commissioners.
All right. I guess we'll move on to the public hearing on vacating a platted valley located in Block 8 at the town of Opolis. Jim?
Yes. Before we open the hearing, I'll hand out a resolution just to show you again where this is. We won't need to approve anything yet. If you flip back to the third page, it shows where the alley is. It's Block 8. And this is in Opolis, just west of Vine Street and south of 2nd. And I included the final page is a larger map, kind of shows as you go into Opolis off of 260, and then that road curves down into 2nd Street, and it's that, you can see I circled in where the alley is, kind of give you a broader view of where you are when you come into Opolis. So, landowner request, they own all the property around it. Pretty simple vacate.
All right. I guess we'll make a motion to open the hearing regarding resolution. Do I need to put the number?
No,
Or
just
just-
open the hearing on the vacate.
Opening the hearing on the vacate.
Second.
Aye.
Seeing no public comment, I'll make a motion to close the hearing on the vacate.
Second.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, are there any questions pertaining to the vacated alley? If not, I will move for resolution number 2023-005.
Second.
Aye.
How many you need, Jim?
3, please.
All right. Oh, shit, I could have passed them the other way.
That's all right.
Well, you do say so. All right, moving on to new business. Lisa?
I don't have anything this morning.
Jim?
I have a couple of items. First, I know it's under the announcements, but I wanted to discuss it just a little bit further. There is a notice of a public hearing, which will be, there's two opportunities for affected landowners. One's in Iola on March 1st. The other is in Girard, March 2nd, at the Girard Public Library. This is regarding the NextEra Energy Transmission Southwest line that will connect Wolf Creek to the Blackberry substation in Jasper County. It'll give opportunity for the public to visit with the Kansas Corporation Commission. We'll have representatives there, also NextEra. There's an open house that starts at 3 on each date. And then after the open house at 6 o'clock, there's a general question and answer period. The public is allowed to make formal statements to members of the commission. At the Girard hearing, they have a Zoom option. And to participate by Zoom, you'll need to register with the Kansas Corporation Commission. So you'll need to go online. It is at kcc.ks.gov. And you can find a link to participate by Zoom. If anybody out there has questions, they can call my office to let them know. But there's a Zoom option in Girard or in person. So I want to make sure people are aware of that. It's your opportunity to visit directly with the KCC.
Okay.
And we added it on the announcements because there may be more than one commissioner there, so wanted to make sure that was announced. Under new business, I have commissioners that approved, it's been a couple of months ago at least, to go out for a lease purchase on the paver. I want to pass that around. The paver, the winning bid was Community National Bank and Trust of Girard. We worked with them, well, we work with any of their banks, but the Girard location is the one that bids out of. We can bid out of any community bank, but they used to bid out of Girard. It's a 2-year lease purchase. This was for $135,240 at a rate of 3.97%. At the same kind of transaction, we had purchased the crack sealer machine. We're paying for it out of county funds, but we felt that the lease purchase, but we wanted to lease purchase, or at least look at lease purchase on this paper.
What was the total amount on that paver?
Total amount on the paver, we're bidding the total amount, $135,240.
So we're gonna finance it all?
We're gonna finance all of this one, and they decided the same day to pay outright the crack.
And the crack machine, we're paying cash for?
Pay cash on it, yes. On the lease purchases, Road and Bridge, we tried to go 2 years to keep the interest down. And I think we went through some of the leases, I think we had something coming off this year, so we're gonna be able to just roll it through
Okay,
the payments.
that's awful cheap interest.
Anymore, yeah, they're obviously up from what we had, but it's still a good
Yeah, I thought they were.
tax exempt deal,
Yep.
it's still pretty good, so.
Awful good. When did you negotiate this, Jim? Just recently,
We would have been about here about a
a
month,
month ago?
yes,
We'll save some then because
Gets
interest
up.
is interest at 7.75 prime.
yes. Yeah, we appreciate them keeping their bid,
Okay.
sticking with us on the bid.
Any questions?
Nope.
If not, I so move to grant the promissory note between Community National Bank and Crawford County, authorizing the chair to sign.
Second.
Aye.
Okay. I'll need Carl's, actually, is the one I'll need
You got the-
signed as well. Thank you.
Just one signature on that, Jim?
There's several signatures.
You just need one, though?
Yeah, just the,
I'll need
Okay,
this
good.
one and then that one that
Tom's
Tom's
got,
got. That
okay.
is their official, yeah.
Just do this right now, so. Any other business, Jim?
That's all I had for new business.
I guess, Tom, any new business?
no, sir.
Carl?
Yeah. I got some new business.
Might check these to make sure that's
Okay.
right.
My first one is, I think the courthouse lawn, bushes, needs some tender love and care. I think we need fertilizer, we need lime, we need the bushes trimmed. I've been talking to one guy said that he hadn't been over here yet, but I can just tell from what I know about that, but I'd like to, for you guys to think about it. You don't have to take no action today, but just look at the lawn and the bushes and the trees.
No, it needs some
There's-
attention.
It needs a whole lot of attention, and I know this guy here, and he said that he'd be willing to bid on it, but I said there may be other bids on it, so do you guys want to talk about setting up some kind of bid? I'd help Jim put it together, and then have it approved by you guys and go out for bid.
There you go.
So if we do that, we'll include the lawn service as
No,
well?
this particular guy that I was talking to, he said that he would take and kind of help the people that's mowing the grass. And I don't know, I have an idea what we're paying now, but you want it, like mine at my house, I cut it at 4 inches. This in here is just about being scaled, if it's been cut yet this year or not.
I don't think it has.
I don't have no idea.
Just
But
drown.
if you guys are on board with it, I'll set with Jim, and what little I know about it, then we'll look at it and we can tear it apart and add or subtract from it, and then go out for bids.
The only thing I recommend is we talk to whoever's got the lawn piece and just, I mean, because if they're not, I mean,
Is what?
if I was mowing this lawn, I don't know if I'd having another company coming in and tell me how to do it. I may not be interested in doing it.
Well, we just have set
So if we're
sides
gonna
and
lose
said,
our-
hey.
If we're gonna lose it, we may wanna bid both as a package deal.
What I'm saying is, on the lawn wise, sit in there with the guy that's mowing the grass now, hey, cut it, because this guy here is not interested, the one I was talking about mowing grass.
Right.
He just wants to do the sprucing, and fertilize it every so often, but he said that lawn, I told him, I said, it looks like someone scalped it, but he says, you should cut your lawn at 4 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, he's not interested at all in doing the mowing.
No, I know.
But
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
in
the
case
guy
we-
with the contract that we have now say, hey, we don't want it mowed, if you mow it, we want it 4 inches, we want it an inch off the ground. That's what I'm driving at. No, this guy don't want to tell this other guy what to do, but this is what he said it should be done. Because I was the one that told him, looks like they're scalping it. No, he hadn't even seen the ground.
I think they mowed it for leaf stuff a couple
That's
times
probably
this
the last
fall.
time they did it.
Well, I don't know, and
They've done a
like I
couple
say,
times.
I don't know, do we bid it out each year or every 2 years? What we got here?
And you know, we've actually talked about putting a sprinkler system.
That'd be great.
Yeah. That is Bob Grantz's department. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how often he bids that.
Well, I'll ask him how we're bidding it out, and,
Okay.
you know, like I say, this guy I got, he don't have time to mow grass.
I know they come on the weekends, which is a benefit.
I don't have no idea who it is, but he's just interested in doing the fertilizer and the grooming, and I said even the trees is up there, we got a bucket truck, someone from Roden Bridge, or 2 guys from Roden Bridge, and come and do that part even.
Sure. Yeah,
Usually we're cutting them down though. The guys I have in the bucket truck are usually ones that bring it down to the ground.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, the second thing I got is cell phone, Jim. What did you come up with?
Oh, yeah, I've got that list.
Okay, no, if you don't have, we can do it Friday, it's no big deal.
I make copies, but it's next door.
okay.
I can run and get it if you want, or.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, we can get it and look at it, then discuss it at a
I'll just
later
hand it
meeting.
out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll hand it out.
And the next thing is, we need to get back on this codes. We need, May made some changes. You guys looked at it. We need to call her back in into a work session and get this thing and the do's and the don'ts, and then bring it here in the meeting and vote on it. The next thing I got is bidding out culverts. Where are we at there, Jim? You guys working on it?
I know Alyssa is because I saw the bid.
Okay.
Whether it's went out yet or not, Carla couldn't tell you.
Okay,
But I
okay.
saw about 10 copies of a bid packet.
Good, that sounds good.
Yeah.
The next thing I got is, I went by the barn this morning, and I wanted to see that list where guys check it out. And here, if you've never seen one, I have never seen one, this is what we got. I'd like to retrofit that, where there's more information on it, where it's going, and if it's a replacement or is it a new install, and then when they get done,
Is
they
that,
bring it
is that
back.
the one they have right now?
That's what they got right now. And I think that's pretty generic.
So what do you want, what other information?
Well,
do you want?
I just seen it this morning. I'd like to look at it and see, and then give you my recommendations of what should be on it. To me, that really don't sell sickening.
Well, so the way I understand this, it's, you check a box if it's a replacement, a new install, an entrance across a road, it tells the location and it tells who picked it up and the date.
Yeah, and the size of the pipe.
And the size,
Yeah, yeah.
So what would you like to add to it?
I don't know, like I say, I didn't even read what was on
Yeah,
there.
I'd like to check this out, because it really, Carl, this tells
I
everything.
mean, it's pretty detailed.
Yeah. So, I mean, they hear 8 hours, they can fill out on there. I think this here, Jim, was very, very professional on the funds, went out, I read it all.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's real good. I wish the county was like that, but it's not. When we sign bills and everything, everybody was very, very professional on it.
Oh, good, okay.
And
yeah,
so I'm 100%, I already signed it.
We're good, okay.
But I have no squawks about that at all.
That's our.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's through the.
The other-
Fiscal
Randy does
office,
that.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it was
good.
great.
Good.
I mean, there was no hesitant at all. You could read it, and I didn't even know about it, but you could tell just what they done, when they done it, and
Good.
everything. I don't have no squawks about that at all. The other thing I wanted, Matt, up there at the landfill, we had a meeting with him on all the trash and everything.
Yes.
And I've been noticing the last couple of weeks, these transfer trucks, and even the roll-offs, has been great. Even going back empty, they are tarped, and I see less trash. I don't know about you, Tom, in your
Yes,
area up there. And these roll-offs that the individuals has, there are very few of them I seen that was above the top of the bed.
Good.
So I think that meeting was a great meeting with, I don't know whether he put it out there or what, but,
He must be, and they must be.
because
here.
I hadn't seen that.
He's given me a list of the haulers, and we're getting our letter out this week, so that must
Okay,
be
good.
him.
Oh, I mean,
That must be him telling them, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's great, even empty,
I think our sheriff has had a hand in that as well, as far as keeping.
One of the deputies been sitting up there trying to keep an eye on it when they can.
So I know I've had a couple of calls the last few days, and.
Well, I've been watching it.
We sent deputies up there to
Okay.
deal
Well,
with
that's
it.
good to know.
And something else, Jim, we talked about it, about this tax on food.
Yes,
Can you run down, just get an estimate, what it will take for the county to take and what revenue we'll lose on taxes, where we gotta make it up at? I don't know if it'd be hard to do or
I've talked to
what.
Bill Brady,
Yes.
and I know that they're working on that at the state level to break it down by county. I'll probably have to work with KC.
Okay, whatever. I mean, just put it
But I will
on your
ask
radar
KC.
because
Yeah.
I'm hearing more and more about it and people's hipping and hawing about it. But the bottom line is, if we lose that revenue there, where we gonna go get the revenue at?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't like taxes. I wish that we had a flat tax, period. But we don't have, so if this goes away on our part, we're gonna have to find a way to do something about it.
I'll visit with
Yeah.
KC. That's probably something they should be looking into, so.
Oh, and the other thing, I finally got old Jeremiah this morning. on these houses for the military. And he's kind of setting up appointment for us and Independence and Coppville to go up to Kansas City. And they got 75 of them either built or being built to get information, the do's and the don'ts, and where all the money comes from.
Okay.
The only thing I got him this morning is a nonprofit organization, and I told him, which I don't know how much he knows about it, that we want to help get them up, but we don't want nothing to do with them if they're up. They self-sufficient or someone else take them. About like CTAC,
Okay, so,
because we don't want no burden on them, but we want to help get them there.
okay. So we're waiting on him
Waiting on him
to
to,
set a meeting? Okay,
on a meeting. They got a meeting tonight in Coffeyville for, they call it, he asked me if I was part of the group, and I said no. I said, I'm just learning about it, but they got a meeting tonight in,
Okay.
Coffeyville, but I don't think I'm gonna go. I'll just wait and go up to Kansas City. And you're, like I said, there'd be two of us, or if there, anyone else wants to go, I'll just tell him more.
okay.
Okay? That's all I got for new business.
All right. The only thing I need to add, Tom, I didn't skip you, did I?
No, you got
Okay. I didn't mark you off. The SEK-RPC meeting is March 2nd, so that'll be the first one I'll go to. And I'll let you know if it, I know since we've had that meeting with our representative, there's been at least 2 cities that have reached out to kind of get a feel for what that means for them in terms of the grant piece. So I think they're going to utilize them to look at some grant opportunities, and that, well, one of them is the recycling center.
One of them was recycling, right?
Yeah. And then Gus has an update for me on that. I need to go talk to him after the meeting and see what he found out on some of the grants we were looking at.
You know, I'd like to have him come down here and give us an update what's going on, because he's supposed to be looking for some for us on this veterans deal. I'd just like to know, I think it's been a week or 2, see if he's got anything rolling on that.
Okay.
So maybe have him come down at the next meeting, during the meeting, and discuss it.
Can you give us an update?
Yeah.
As far as new business, well, I guess this is kind of new business. So I went to the FFA breakfast the other day with some of the representatives, and kind of give so it would, Schellenberger, Chuck Smith, and Ken Collins, kind of giving a feel on the food tax bill, along with some of the other ones, and kind of their take on what's going on at Topeka with the food tax and why there is some opposition in some places. And I didn't have all the answers, but they kind of filled in. And they didn't elaborate on the changes and why the changes took place last minute, because it was just for the state, correct?
It was just for the state. What passed last year was state only,
then it-
on a kind of a gradual reduction. And I think there was some debate upon whether or not they wanted to go ahead, because they have a pretty big surplus, to just go ahead and roll it to 0, the state portion.
Right.
There's been some debate on that, and then at the last minute, the county and city portion was added in.
So the concern was if, as far as the county level, if we don't have a way to make up that deficit, that would roll over in property taxes. And that was the concern in Topeka. So I agree, we need to know how much it's going to, I mean, the way I look at it is if it's a big enough hit, then it becomes other programs,
Right. I mean,
not
it's-
property taxes but that's the talk, I guess, in Topeka.
In this argument right now is the House is one that brought this up, Jim, to get the locals and the counties.
The Senate. So the Senate was working the bills at the end of
Then it got.
their last day, and they added it in on an amendment.
And then flipped to the House.
And now it'll go to the House. So the dangerous part for us is that it's already passed one
Right.
House. If it goes into conference committee, which
Well,
it could go through there too.
At this point, you assume it's gonna happen and have a plan.
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
And that's, so if you can get, if you can't get those numbers, I don't know.
There should be a way to get them through the Department of Revenue,
Okay.
because they track food, they have to track food now because it's at a lower rate.
Right.
So they have to be able to track it and let us know what it would be. but I'll work through KC and see if they're working on that for county.
Okay. That's all I have for new business. I guess moving on to old business. Lisa?
I have no old business.
Jim?
I have none, sir.
Tom?
No, sir.
Carl?
Only thing I got, I'm going to the county health department tomorrow, 2 o'clock,
2 o'clock.
and visit there, see what's going on, look around, and then I'll tell you guys what I think and feel about it on Friday.
Okay. Since Randy's here, I would like to do one executive session for 15 minutes under non-elected personnel, 3 commissioners and council.
Do it now?
And that, yeah, that's all I have. So I'll make a motion to go to executive session for 15 minutes, 3 commissioners, council, and Mr. Randy Sandberg
Second.
in regards to EMS.
I'll let the EMS.
Non-elected, yeah.
Yeah.
solve those problems. Solve them. I have no problem with it. Zero. I have no problem with it.
All right.
Are you on the story? That's the ones on.
Oh, yeah, I'll take them.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that's all I had for old business. Anything else to add?
I don't.
All right, going on to announcements. The only announcement I see on here is March 2nd, 3 PM. There's a public hearing on the NextEra Energy Transmission Southwest Substation Connection Project at Girard Public Library. And more than one commissioner may be in attendance. And I guess the other one is March 9th. So we're gonna have, is a 911 meeting on B as well?
We'll have LEPC
LAPC and 911.
at 8 o'clock and then 911 immediately following. We'll call it 9 o'clock.
And that's at Girard Hospital, I think, so.
Yes.
I'll say more than one commissioner may be present there as well. Any other
I don't.
Mr. Chairman, if there's no further business, I move we adjourn.
I'll second it.
Aye.